Hey everybody, Jeff Davis here. Right now I'm in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and I wanted to give you 5 quick tips on how to travel the world for free. Happy Sunday, hope you have a great day, and I hope that these tips can give you some clever ideas in terms of not having to spend a lot of money, but being able to travel the world. They work well for me and other people I've talked to. Hopefully they work well for you as well. Tip number 1 is to use the rewards from credit cards. So specifically, use the rewards from travel credit cards. The 4 that have worked best for me are Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Barclaycard World Arrival, the Citi AA Advantage Card, which is affiliated with American Airlines, and then as far as hotels, the Starwood Preferred Guest Card has gotten me free stays in hotels at Sheraton Hotels in San Diego, California, and other parts of the world as well, including Casablanca, Morocco. And as far as flying for free, when you get these travel credit cards, do your best to meet the minimum spend. They might say like, spend $1,000 in the first 2 months and you'll get rewards, or spend $3,000 in the first 3 months and you'll get a certain number of rewards. Do your best to meet those minimum spends, but here's the catch. Don't worry if you don't meet the minimum spend. Just use the credit card for all of your daily purchases, even if they're not a lot. I don't spend a lot of money each month. I'm a relatively frugal person, but what I did is with my Chase Sapphire Preferred card, I would use it for every expense, groceries and eating lunch out, maybe getting a quick Red Bull from the local mart. They're tiny expenses, but over 6, 9, 12 months, it added up. Next thing you know, I was flying to South America for free. Next thing you know, I was flying to Morocco extremely discounted. Next thing you know, here I am in the Netherlands, barely having had to pay anything for my flight because of the rewards from these travel credit cards. Tip number 2 is to use Couchsurfing. With Couchsurfing, you can stay with locals for free. You can actually put out a message to various people in a particular city, let them know that you'll be arriving, that you would like a place to stay for free. If you're not comfortable staying with someone you don't know for free, I would recommend stepping outside of the box a little bit, because in all of my experiences with Couchsurfing across Europe, Asia, the United States, South America, all the locals I've met through Couchsurfing have been very friendly. But if you already have a place to stay, I would still recommend using Couchsurfing to have locals show you around. It's a great way to crack into the local scene, travel like a local, and really get to know the place that you're staying at. Tip number 3 is house sitting. House sitting. When you house sit, you can watch over someone's house, perhaps it includes their pet, clean up their house a little bit for free in exchange for staying at their house. So you don't have to spend any money to be at their house, but you get to live at a place like, for example, Sydney, Australia, or various places across Europe and Asia, South America, the United States, staying there for free in exchange for cleaning up a house and doing some local easy chores, but also being able to live like a true local. I love that. I love that because house sitting is a really powerful way to not have to spend a lot of money on accommodation. Like I said, Couchsurfing is a great option, but house sitting would be great too, because you also get a kitchen. So the benefit of having a kitchen to yourself is that you can go out, shop like a local, don't spend a lot of money on food, use your house to cook your food, and then you can save your money to go out and have a great night on the town, drink some beers or wine with your friends because you didn't spend a lot of money on food. Tip number 4 is to have free guided tours. Believe it or not, guided tours are often free, and the beauty about that is that you're outside, you're looking at the wonderful architecture, but also you're meeting people. When you do local tours, if you're going somewhere alone, you actually get to meet people on these tours, become friends. Maybe you can say like, you know, hey, do you want to grab a drink? Do you want to hang out further? A lot of these people on the guided tours are like you, fellow travelers, and they want to meet people as well. So it's very likely that someone you meet on one of those tours will in fact be open to hanging out with you further. And then the other part that I want to share with you about guided tours is perhaps you can even lead a guided tour. When I was in Paris, France, I remember showing up to the Eiffel Tower where I was wearing my backpack, and there was this guy standing on a stool doing some public speaking to about 100 to 120 people, and he was an American. And up until that point, I thought you had to be from the place that the tour was happening in to lead the tour, but it's not true. The dude was an American guy leading a tour of over 100 people, and because of his knowledge of the local city. So not only go on free guided tours, but also consider leading one. Tip number 5 is writing. You can use your experiences that you've been to for places around the world and then write about them in perhaps an online magazine or a print magazine, other kinds of publications. You can guest blog for other bloggers out there. Share your experiences, share what you've learned with the world. It is incredibly helpful. And then a bonus tip I want to leave you with is to embrace serendipity. When I was living in Budapest, Hungary, I went to do a bike demonstration. The city was having a bike demonstration because there weren't enough, the lanes for the bikers weren't big enough. And on that bike demonstration, in the midst of hundreds of thousands of people, I met a business owner who gave me his card, and I ended up working for him, a paid job in downtown Budapest, Hungary, as a junior in college. And what I learned is that when you put yourself out there, half the battle's done. Just go to the place that you want to travel to, and that's when amazing things will happen, and you'll meet incredible people, you'll get offered jobs, you'll do the improbable, all because you put yourself out there into the place that you want to travel to. So that's my bonus tip. So remember, I talked about how you can travel the world for free. One, using rewards from travel credit cards. That could be Chase Sapphire Preferred, Barclaycard World Arrival, the Citi AA Advantage, the Starwood Preferred Guest. By the way, I have no affiliation with those credit cards, but I'm just suggesting what has worked well for me. You can use Couchsurfing to stay with locals for free, or even have locals show you around the city. You can use house sitting to stay at someone's house for free in exchange for keeping their house in good shape. You can go on free guided tours around the city, free tours where you are meeting new people and experiencing the wonderful architecture. And in addition to that, you can write about your experiences. You can get paid to write for various publications. Remember, if you're traveling to somewhere for free, but you can get paid for being there for free by sharing your experiences through the written word, why not? And then my bonus tip was to embrace serendipity. If you embrace serendipity, incredible things happen. Remember, you don't need a lot of money to travel, but you can find creative ways to step outside of the box and do the improbable. And I will see you at the mountaintop.